Hello and welcome to another video from the Brick King. Today I am reviewing Lavertus's Outland lair. This was part of the second wave of Chima when the main characters venture into the Outlands, which is on the very border of Chima. Last episode I told you that I would explain to you about Chima, and that is exactly what I am going to do. You see, in Chima I'm just going to tell you the great story and all that stuff. I won't give you any spoilers for season 3 and season 2, part 1 and part 2. They made a TV show of it. So in Chima there is this massive floating mountain called Mount Kavora, where magical water flows down from it, and in that water are orbs of chi. If you plug one of these chi orbs into your harness, this is a harness, then it gives you strength, power, and all kinds of things. As primitive animals drank the water, they couldn't plug the orbs. That's what it's called, plugging the orbs. That's the correct terms. Anyway, because they couldn't plug the orbs, they drank the water, and they evolved to be smarter, to be quicker, to move on two legs. So yeah, and then they built different things. Greed compelled them because they wanted more chi to fight, and yeah. Then Laval, the Prince of the Lions, there he is. He wasn't happy with what the crocodiles were doing with their chi, so he stole it and threw it into the Gorge of Eternal Depth, where these creatures, the spiders, bats, and there isn't a scorpion in this set, took the chi and practically overnight evolved into these creatures. And then they wanted more chi, so they went to Mount Kavora, plugged up the waterfalls where the water comes down, and yeah. So if Chima doesn't restart the falls, they'll die, so they went in to find it, and Laval here found his long-lost uncle here, by sheer coincidence. Anyway, first now into the set. We'll start with the figures. This is Blister. He is a bat. Some people prefer the face underneath, but personally I find that horrifying. Just look at that. Anyway, there is no secondary face. He's got a nice weapon. He's got these wings, which are new for the bat tribe. He's got a grey, shiny chi harness, and some nice printing. Next, we've got Spratus. He's a spider. He's got multiple eyes, and his chi. And he doesn't have a harness like the others. His is on his chest. As you can see there, it's part of the web. He's also got some nice printing. That's the symbol of the... Oh, well, that's not the symbol, that's just a small, I don't know what that's supposed to be. It looks a bit like a skull. Anyway, if you take off the head, there's a little face. It's still got the eyes around it and the teeth. So in case you don't want to use this, you can just use that. And next we have the person who caused everything that ever went bad in Chima. Laval. He's the Prince of the Lions, he's got his Royal Valious sword. And they also made this in silver and black. The black one being the rarest, as it only appeared in one set, while the gold one is fairly common. He has a silver breastplate. He has a nice gold thing around his hat, red hair, and yeah, he's got his Outlands armour. All of the other figures of Laval, which aren't from the Outlands, have him in this blue thing. This has him in this silver armour, because the plants of the Outlands are very deadly, and, well, he doesn't want to be bitten by them and be poisoned. Next is his uncle, Lavertus. he was banished because he was in love with the Queen of the Crocs, and one of the princes of the Crocs at the time, who's Queen Communist nowadays. I have a figure of him, but I won't show it to you at the moment. Anyway, he used a persuader plant, which is a persuader plant is a kind of plant which you use on someone and they do whatever you say. And at first, Queen Communist just told him to stay away from the princess, as she was back then, but well, that didn't really work. So King Communist told him to steal chi from the lion temple, and the lions didn't like that when they caught this guy, so they exiled him, and he's in the Outlands. This is his base. Oh, his head came off. Anyway, this is his head. He's a bit angry. This one's a bit more calm. Underneath is a nice blue cloak with a chi harness. All the figures have chi harnesses underneath their main chi harnesses, so you don't really need to have them on. Now let's delve into the features of this set. This is one of Lavertus's bikes. We see this in the show and he calls it a super speedo. It's got a small control panel there where you can drive it around. You can't sit in it, but you can stand in it, like so, and you can just drive around like that. It's pretty cool. It also comes with this small trolley for doing a bit of maintenance on the bike or just around the base. It has a spanner, a hammer, an axe, and some scanning device. The scanning device, once scans it, it sends what it scans to this panel where you can read it out. It's a nice little touch. This is Spratus's spider vehicle. It's got some spider arms around it, symbolising the tribe, and some eyes at the front. It's also got two of these claws on the front, some caterpillar tracks, and some wheels. It's got an orb of chi back here powering it, and a spring-loaded shooter which can shoot off these two things like so. That's pretty cool. That's it from the bottom, just it from all the angles. It's got some stickers on it. Yeah. Now, let's move on to the base. Now the base is in 3 separate pieces which are connected with Technic pins. So if you are having some trouble storing it, then you can just separate it into the 3 pieces, and I'll show them to you one piece at a time. So there is a bit of wall there. There's what is called a big ugly rock piece there, which can be a small cave. It's got some plants outside it, and a massive cheap power Gatling gun. If you turn that, it doesn't fire anything, but it spins. If you twist this, then it spins this gear, which twists this gear, which twists this. It doesn't fire anything, but it's very satisfying. This is it on the outside, and the other side is fairly mirrored. Instead it has a spring-loaded shooter, a lot like the one in Spratus's vehicle. Other than that, it is practically identical, except for this inside the big ugly rock piece. It's got 2 of what are called dual shuttlocks. These are, Lavertus's own guns. Here it has a tiny orb of chi. Oh, and I forgot to show you. In here there is an ordinary orb of chi, and it's an undocumented feature that you can put it here and power the gun up to make it even more powerful. And now for the main part. It has some communication stuff on top and a small viewing section here. I'm just putting Lavelle up there. It's got some grills there and some foliage there, but it doesn't really camouflage anything. I think it's more because this place is overrun. And this is quite an odd decision, but it's got some action figure arms there, which they work well, but they could have done something different. But it is interesting that they used them in this kind of thing. So here they are. These can twist from side to side, so with hinges, so that you can change the orientation of it once it's all together, and I'll show you that later on. It's got a small ramp and a thing at the bottom at the end to catch the bike when it goes in, like so it doesn't roll over the edge. Well, it can, but it shouldn't. And on this side there is a knob, which if you twist, then you can go up periscope. And there's just a small thing there. You can swivel from side to side. It's very nice. It's got a sticker there. There's a sticker there, 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 and there. I think I may have already said that. And on the other side, there's a panel where you can control the periscope. And there's a picture of Mount Cavora, and there's no water coming down from it because it's been blocked up. On the other side, there's this, and this just twists a Technic lift arm that pushes up the door and down again. It's got no friction joints there. The non-friction ones are grey, while the friction ones are black. Friction, non-friction. Originally when I got this, I put in the non-friction ones there, and I put some of the... No, I put in the friction ones there, and I put in some of the non-friction ones there. Yeah. This didn't really go up and down as it does. Well, it went up, but it didn't really go down. Because it goes up by being lifted, but it goes down by gravity. So yes, now I will connect the pieces back together and show you a few more things you can do with this when it is all constructed. Excuse me, this is just taking a little bit. This often falls off, like so. Anyway, here we are. It can be like this, but the more natural way is more like this. But if you either have a very limited space or a medium-sized place to store it, you can do that. And it makes for a good look, a small outpost. A small gap at the back, for some reason. But other than that, this is a very nice set. And yeah, I've got nothing more to say about it. It's a very nice set, and as always, check out my other videos. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll try to get back to you with another video as soon as possible.